it's on.
Here we go.
Live.
Where are they?
We're
We're live. Are we live? Okay,
Yeah.
we're live on 2 channels at once. This is like Marty 1 and Marty 2 from Back to the Future. We're creating some sort of a space-time continuum if you're a Star Trek fan. We're talking about gadgets today. These are one of them. These are the coolest gadgets ever. So don't forget, you got to switch over. Okay, the other Beth, you have to switch over to the Jim Peters. And Randy Phillips, you have to switch over to the Jim Peters. So I'm going to shut this off in a minute. So you got to switch over. Tell them where to switch over, hon.
The Jim Peters.
Oh, that's right. And we got Brian here. Where are they supposed to go?
The Jim Peters.
Oh, he's from Brooklyn, so he can say it. So Beth, get off this channel. You're on the wrong channel.
People.
And Jane,
Yay.
you're on the wrong channel. You have to switch over. Lynette, you're on the wrong channel. Go switch over to the Jim Peters. Okay, you got that, people? It's over here. See that? You're going to be over there. So you're on the wrong one. So this will take a second for everybody to get figured out. So I'm going to shut off the old Jim Peters.
Okay.
Which is like some sort of a communist
Which
takeover
would not be
or
the
something.
Jim Peters. It would be
just Jim Peters. It was my private page. And now we're on a public page. I don't know what the difference is. Michael Scott, go over to the other page. You're on the wrong page.
Beth's here now. I think I'm here now.
Anna Kane, you're on the wrong page. Switch over to the Jim Peters. Gwen, switch over to the Jim Peters. You're on the wrong page. Dang it. Chris and Linda, you're on the wrong page. Neil Green. Oh my God, Neil, you're on the wrong page. You got to go over to the Jim Peters.
Okay, Michael Scott has the right one.
Okay.
I know.
Gwen, go over to the other page. You got to be over there. Tell Gwen to come over to the other page.
What? I said
Well,
it.
Gwen is stuck. Something's wrong with Gwen.
Jeez.
And then Chris and Linda, are they over there yet?
No.
Chris, you're on the wrong page. Switch over to the Jim Peters. John, you're on the wrong page. These people are stupid. I'm telling you, what is wrong with you people?
The things that he says.
John, you got to switch over. You're on the wrong page. Who else is here? Beth, you've switched over. Randy, got to switch. Neil, switch to the other page.
He may not know how to do it.
Okay, Neil, you got to go look for the Jim Peters. Go up in the Facebook search and just do the, T-H-E, like the University. What is it? His favorite?
Ohio State.
Oh, the Ohio State University.
Ohio State.
All right, Will Thomas, you're on the wrong page. Will, you got to switch over to the Jim Peters. I'm going to shut this page off in a minute, you people. Gwen.
7.
How do I get there, Gwen just said?
I know. Well, go to Jim's page, and there's a link to it.
There should be a link to it on, I think I put you in it, Gwen. So go to my page, and there'll be a link to the proper page. Okay? Will Thomas, go to my page. There's a link to the proper page, which is the Jim Peters. Okay, John, you got to do the same. These people are killing me. So tonight we're talking about gadgets, right?
We're talking about gadgets.
Well,
there might be 5 of us talking about it. I know. That's one of Jim's favorite gadgets.
We have a gadget that we're going to show tonight that no one has ever seen.
Oh.
True? True?
Probably.
Yep. We're going to, right, Brian? Probably nobody's ever seen it.
Not yet.
Yes. Not yet. It's going to be, no, we're not. This is a big premiere. We have to tease this one out a lot.
There's 9 people.
All right.
So.
Charlie, we've switched pages. This is the wrong page, Charlie. You got to go to the Jim Peters, which is what I got to help you start. You got to start a Chef Charlie page. This is Brian. Chef Charlie is the barbecue dude that we're going to go see tomorrow. We're going to try to see him in the morning. I don't know if I'm going to get to see you tomorrow, Charlie, because we're got to go to Daytona Beach. He wants to get his lily white skin onto the beach.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's horrible. Yeah. He's been tied down in Brooklyn.
Oh, Dad's on.
Okay,
Will Thomas, I'm here. Oh,
Will Thomas is over. Great. And Charlie, switch over, please. Go to my page. There should be a link on it, Charlie, to the Jim Peters, because we're killing this one. All right, man. Lydell, you're on the wrong page. We got to get Lydell over.
I know.
We can't have a show without Lydell. Tell him what to do.
I go to the Jim Peters, but I thought you put a link up.
I did tag you in a link about 20 minutes ago, Lydell. Switch over. We're going to kill this one in a minute. All right, so Jim Peters is dying. The Jim Peters is now going to live. All right, I'm shutting it off, honey. That was enough. How many minutes have I been on?
I don't, like 5.
5.
4 or 5.
Okay, everybody switch over to the other one. See ya.
All right. Do you think they're going to figure that out?
Oh, they probably will. We don't know. As long as we get Lydell.
Aww.
Otherwise, I will personally call Lydell and make sure he made the transition.
Right. You're going to give everybody a personal phone call?
I'm going to give him... No, we don't want to watch that. Let's see if we can call Lydell. Let's see if he'll pick up the phone. Lydell, you got to be on this thing. Where are you? I called him on this.
Linda, we are here.
All right, Chris and Linda, good to have them here.
I know, thank you. Tonight we're going to talk about gadgets.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe while you're trying to find people, I'm going to go ahead and show you some fun stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So we were talking about men don't have as many words.
Hold on. We have Lydell on the phone. Where's my speaker? Lydell, are you there? Are you there? There he is. There he is. Here,
Oh,
look at.
hi.
Here's Lydell. If you don't know what Lydell looks like, he's one of our.
Aww. Hi.
I'm out getting my 6 miles in for my beauty walk.
Good.
All right, Jim. I should walk, what, 100 miles in? I don't know.
Yeah, your 6 miles ain't going to get you any prettier. Hey, I want to introduce you to Brian, one of our wounded guys. He's staying at the Warrior House.
Hello.
All right.
Hi, God bless you.
Thank
Aw.
Okay, Lydell, you're on the wrong page. You got to go to the Jim Peters. I sent you a link. It's on my page, and I tagged you.
I was confused.
I know it.
I know. Everybody's confused. We confused everybody.
Everybody tell Lydell you love him. All right, try to get to the other channel.
Mention to your warrior friend, breathe, relax, aim, stop, squeeze. Hey, you guys, I went to the range today, and I got an AR-15.
Ooh.
And the guy that trained me on it was a Secret Service and FBI SWAT team guy. And I had a red dot put on it. He was getting that ready. And he smiled when the last 2 shots were direct bullseye. And he said, "You were a Marine, weren't you?" Isn't that great?
The Marines are the first ones in the chow holes.
So I still got it, you guys.
You
So
got it.
good night, Hey, you guys. Good night, Chesty Puller, wherever you are.
That's it, brother. All right, get on the right page, Lydell. I need you on the program tonight.
Well, you have the program?
Yep, you're live on the air with all the other people, man.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I vote
The
what I vote to.
Jim Peters. The Jim Peters.
Charlie said that's the Navy.
All right, buddy. See you in a minute. Bye.
Oh my word, that's awesome. He's
That's
great.
incredible. Lydell's awesome. He's up in Minnesota. I've known Lydell for about 30 years. He was a really high-tech, high-class vocalist. He did a lot of pop music and stuff, and so I played drums for him on a lot of different things. And so he's just been a close friend for a lot of years. It's good to have Lydell around.
Real
All right,
quick.
so tonight's gadget night.
Right, Linda, Chris, I'm going to say this real fast.
Okay.
Linda Sutherland isn't here. She needs prayer. Her mother is in a bad way. Her mother may be passing any time now. Please pray for Linda and her 3 brothers.
Oh, man,
Aw.
I'm sorry about that.
Man, somebody last week, their father had just died. Remember that? Wasn't that just last week?
Yeah, and then everything is still in quarantine. Like I had my kidney stone. You couldn't come in. So I'm sure Chris and Linda can't get into the
yeah.
hospital. So I don't know how that works. Man, that stinks. Sorry about that, brother. All right. Now I got
We're
to try
talking about gadgets.
Yep, we're talking about gadgets.
But before we talk about that, we had been talking about, like, men don't have as many words as women do. And anyhow, somebody sent this to us. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is too funny. It's bathroom doors. So it says blah, 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 blah on the female door and only blah on men's door. That is genius.
I like it. Can you tip your monitor a little bit,
Oh.
and then he could probably see it, or I could do it.
Oh, you mean,
No, kind of. Yeah, how's that?
Yeah.
Can you see a little bit? That'll
there
work.
we go.
There you go.
I can actually tip
So
it
we have a
bit.
special guest, but he's not appearing visually today. We're actually going to have him appear a piece at a time. Is what we're planning to do.
So
All
bad.
right. Yes.
Will Thomas says, I love all the guitars on the wall.
Yeah. This is our new
Nobody just get him
studio.
to play them.
It's too stinking hot out there. So we have Brian visiting us, one of our Army Wounded Warriors, and he is from Brooklyn. He loves the heat. And I honestly have never had an amputee, a double or single or triple, who liked the heat. But he's laying out there by the pool at 92 degrees. I don't know what the heck the UV index was. We'd have to ask
Right.
Beth.
I know. I
And-
told him we have to check that for tomorrow.
Yeah, we
We're going
do.
to be in the sun
It's
tomorrow.
not important.
Yeah,
We're going.
Not important. My wife is a techno when it comes to laying in the sun. The conditions have to be perfect.
Gwendolyn wants to know where the monster heads are.
Oh, well,
The Jurassic Park.
Well,
you know what?
no.
Maybe we should put them up in here.
what?
I know.
You're just throwing caution to the wind with your life lately.
Oh, Chris said they're allowing Linda and her brothers up. To see
Oh,
her.
cool.
Wow. That's
Is
really
Minnesota
awesome.
in phase 1 or phase 2?
I know, we're really
Brian's
confused.
here and they're in like phase 0.
Yeah,
Right?
New
Yeah,
York.
they're sucking.
Yeah, he says
Right.
nothing other than
With
you.
soup sandwiches in New York.
Although we did take it to one of our favorite restaurants last night, and
Yeah.
there wasn't many people there.
Yeah, it's called Rocco's Tacos. We need to get sponsored by Rocco's Tacos.
Yeah.
Rocco's Tacos is awesome. It's kind of a tourist kind of a joint, but it's got great food and just a great atmosphere.
Right,
It's really,
right.
really
It's
fun.
just fun. You can sit outside.
Yep, very cool.
About time Jim Peters is watching.
Oh, Charlie Chef made it over. Michael Scott says, "Hi, Brian. Thanks for your service. You deserve some kind of extra awards for being brave enough to stay with Jim."
Trust me, I know. I only can stay on my side of the pool.
That's what I told him. I said, "That's your side of the pool. We're the Warrior House. This is my side
Is
of the
that
pool."
what you told
Yeah,
him?
I told him,
Oh,
man. I told him we told that's what Jimmy and Sherry. That's your side of the pool. It's
Oh.
my side of the pool.
That's awesome.
All right, so we got some gadgets. So what gadget do you want to show first?
I know he's so excited to show him. I have
Yeah.
other stuff, but we'll go straight to that.
No, we don't have to. If you want to tease the audience.
Why don't you
it's
go?
fine.
Well, why don't you explain the glasses?
Oh, my glasses. Some
We'll
people
explain
may
that.
have missed these. These are the best glasses ever. Okay, I had Brian try them on. He couldn't figure it out. He was coming up with ludicrous things that they were for. But these glasses I bought when we were living in an RV because you can lay down flat in a bed, and these are mirrors, and you can watch TV.
I know. So
Pretty cool.
right,
That's
they're
it.
kind of like loops for surgeons, aren't they? Or
I don't know. Maybe that's what they are. They were not cheap. I will admit that. So here, I can read this stuff if it's big enough. There's Gwen. Gwen just says Buffalo is in phase 2 for week 1, thousands and blah, blah, blah. Linda says phase 3, which is a joke, and 30 more days of emergency peacetime. Chris and Linda says, what about Bob? Bob's not
there
on
you go.
yet.
I know. I know.
We play What About Bob
He
on the
might
show.
be
Brian.
lost.
You probably never saw that, but What About Bob? We got a guy named Bob from Buffalo, New York with a low self-esteem. And every time he
See-
comes on, we have everybody say, hi,
Okay,
Bob.
Will said, I'm in Houston and everyone is out and out and about. It's like nothing is going on. See, it's really weird. Like that's how Florida has been most of the time.
Will Thomas is a wounded warrior as well. He's a single amputee. Will, if you'll take a second, tell me your date of injury. His date of injury was July 1st of 11, but I think you guys might have been in the hospital near the same time. So this is Brian, and I'm trying. How do you pronounce your last name?
Dilberian.
Dilberian. I have it written that way, but it doesn't look right to me. So Dilberian.
Bob, where are you?
You know what? I don't look like. I don't look right to a lot of people.
No, you don't. What is Dilberian?
It's Armenian.
Armenian. Oh, okay.
Yes, he was saying he's related to the Kardashians. Kind
No,
of.
I'm not. I don't have their ass.
He ain't got their butt. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah. JJ is here. Hey, JJ found us. Thank you, JJ. That is scary. Yeah, those are scary, aren't they? Chris and Linda, are those glasses so Jim can look down on everyone? Oh, his date of injury was March 30th of 2012.
Okay.
Will.
That's just when I left.
Oh, that's just when you left. Okay. So,
I went back to the 10 Mountain Division.
oh, that's right. He was 10th Mountain. Will, tell us what unit you were. What was your MOS? And then we'll know that. All right. Those look funny. Linda's making fun of my glasses. So Will's in Houston now. We were able to send Will a bidet toilet seat. Remember? Yep. Got him hooked up. He was all excited about that.
So this weekend we're going to participate in a.
Oh yeah, Brian doesn't know
We
this.
cannot forget about that. Yeah, it's the Army Ball we're going to be involved in, and they have like 800 to 1,000 people that attend, but they're not going to be able to have it. So they're going to do like a drive-by. So I do have a little funny thing about a drive-by.
Yeah.
We'll put that up first.
Yeah.
Especially in New York, drive-bys.
Yeah.
You do not want to have.
Don't want to have a drive-by.
No.
Well, this is I love this one. It says when the Corona kids grow up and someone honks at them to move, they're going to scream out, "Oh my God, whose birthday is it?"
I'm serious. Everybody's doing these, but
Yeah.
I think that it's really cute. So anyhow,
So they're calling them drive-bys,
Yeah, this
which I think
weekend-
is funny.
we're going to drive by a veteran's house who is got Lou Gehrig's disease, and so. But I think then they're going to have a ceremony, but we're not supposed to get out of our cars. We have to stay in our cars, but we can decorate our cars. But anyhow, so I just was curious how
Yeah.
many of you have.
Yeah, if you've done a drive-by, not the kind that Brian's talking
not
about.
like that.
Yeah.
Like a nice
Which
drive-by.
involved fireworks or firepower. So tell us if you've done a drive-by. And then you got to read Gwen's statement.
Oh, okay.
Read it out loud.
Is this the show? I have to get back the virtual tooth. Pandora let it go late. I should have been given extended time. See,
So you got to
There.
say, that would be her decision whether you have to return the tooth. So,
it's my decision.
yeah, well, I would say, you want her to have
Well,
extended
if she
time?
emotionally needs it, then we might get another tooth.
We could get another
We
tooth.
could
So
get
what we
another
do is we give out an emotional support gift, a virtual tooth. We don't mail it to them because we're too damn cheap. But they get to hold this and possess this emotionally until the next show, and then they have to turn it back in. That's what we do.
JJ's going on Saturday. He'll be there.
Oh, cool, JJ.
Yay.
Then you'll get to meet Brian. That'll be cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yep. All right. So I think we could bring in one of Brian or one of the parts of our guests.
Oh, Charlie's leaving. He said come by Saturday or Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. We're going to do one of his parts.
I think
Oh.
we should show the shirt first.
Oh, the shirt first. Okay. So Brian is bringing one of his shirts that he wants us to show. So let's see. Can they
you
read
see
this
it?
if I do it like this? Yeah, they can read that, right?
Yeah.
It's backwards. It'll take you a minute.
Oh, you've never. Okay, well, just read it.
Yep. And so it says, you've never been loved until you've been nubbed.
Okay,
Right,
no.
So that means when I'm in bed, and obviously if you're not feeling anything, I take off one leg.
One leg,
There's a
One
way.
leg. If that's not good enough, I take off the other one.
the two legs. There's
Yeah,
enough.
two. Yeah, there
That's
we go.
right.
If that's not good enough, I take the arm.
He's got an arm. He's got a fake arm, too. So there you go. So these you've never seen before. We told you we had something on the broadcast you've never seen
know.
before. You've never seen Brian's leg before.
Right.
That's true.
I know.
They may have seen a prosthetic, but they've never seen Brian's leg.
Brian's, right.
These are Brian's.
And that's specifically made for Brian.
Yeah, and he's got killer Air Force Ones.
Right.
He's got a little foot in there.
There you go.
That's right. And he got his little sake,
And
which
a
we
lot
like.
of Jack and Coke has been drinking. That leg.
It's not a party until somebody has drank out of this sucker. Did Lydell make it over here yet, honey? I don't think so.
Gwen said the spontaneous show move emotionally drained her.
Oh, it did.
There is something to that.
It
It's
was.
draining me.
You know, we got to tell you guys, we got 30.
Nice shoes.
Yeah, nice shoes. Almost 3,500 views on the last
Yeah,
broadcast. Thank
right.
you, everybody, for sharing. We got 3,500, which, you know, the last time we had 1,300 was our big mark. So we shattered that.
Yeah.
And it's still growing. So I think we'll hit 1,400 by the end of the broadcast
Okay,
today.
Beth said, the other Beth, I was in a reverse drive-by. The teacher stood on the curb and the students and parents drove by us to say goodbye for the year. So
Oh,
I
that's
guess
kind
that's
of
a
cool.
reverse, yeah.
A reverse drive-by.
I thought she meant like
I
literally.
thought they were backing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing that with Brian on Saturday. But tell us what other drive-bys you've done if they
Yeah.
were for students or maybe somebody who was sick. Jimmy and Sherry Bratcher did a drive-by,
Yeah.
and they drove by their grandkid's house just randomly because Sherry has had cancer and she can't be mixing
but-
with people.
And then their granddaughter did graduate.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
did they do a drive-by
Yeah.
with that too? Then I don't
Right.
remember. Okay.
Right, exactly.
All right. Well, that works. That's pretty cool. All right. Let's see what else is going on. Michael Scott, at least Brian has both socks in those shoes, unlike Jim only wears one sock. He's making fun of my bad foot. I'm telling you, Brian doesn't even pick on me about my bad foot. So Brian is known as a BK, which is a below the knee. So he still has a knee, so he doesn't have to have a knee apparatus, obviously. And how many legs do you have now, Brian?
Oh, man. I got some that are Halloween decorations now.
Oh, that's awesome.
So he gets an unlimited supply, but it takes forever to get them
Oh,
sometimes.
JJ said it's Sunday, not Saturday. Thank you.
Oh,
JJ.
geez. JJ, is it really?
Oh, you know what? That makes sense.
Why does that make sense?
Because it's the 14th.
Oh,
Okay.
so then we got Saturday off. Saturday
Thank you
morning
for
we can do
telling me
something
that.
fun. Brian is going to be doing all the grilling. We have a grill, but we don't really know how to use it, right? So Brian is the griller. Today we went out and bought some, I didn't even tell you, we bought some really nice steaks.
Okay.
He wanted to make them for tomorrow, but I thought, we're up in Daytona, we're probably going to eat up there, right?
I was working. They were out.
Yeah,
having
and
fun.
then, so we'll probably do that Saturday, I thought then.
Okay.
We'll have those killer steaks on Saturday. And then
All
we bought chicken breasts, so we'll probably do that on Sunday.
Right.
Something like
Right.
that. But Brian loves grilling. He brought all kinds of spices.
While you're talking about grilling, why
Yes.
don't you talk about our Reynolds wrap? This is something
Oh.
we did not know.
Chris-
Reynolds wrap.
Reynolds wrap.
Oh, yeah.
That's if you run out of... No.
No.
Saran wrap.
Yeah,
That's
what is
saran
you're
wrap.
an idiot. You're an idiot. All right. So Reynolds wrap is obviously I've used it, but
Right.
don't quite know what to do with it. But
Right.
do you know what to do with these holes on the ends? There you go.
No.
This is one of the gadgets that you didn't know you had in your house. I don't know. We didn't know this. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
He did. Brian knew that.
I
but
know, and you know what? It might be common knowledge, but
Yeah.
it wasn't common knowledge to us.
So yeah.
So there you go.
Okay. So Dad says he sent me a picture on my email.
I know. Did you send it to me or to him?
Yeah, we don't know who that is, Dad, but I'll take a look. Alex Conway, you made it over here, Alex. Thank you. I tagged my buddy Alex. I'm glad he's here. Alex, I did return your phone call. You didn't return mine. So there you go,
There
Alex.
you go.
Pandora says June 14th is President Trump's birthday. Oh, I didn't know that. The other Beth said she knew about Reynolds Wrap, and Josh says keeps the roll in the box. JJ
I know
knew
we
that.
didn't know that.
We didn't know that, JJ. You might want to come over and help us out with our kitchen. That's
I
right.
know, maybe we
JJ
don't
runs
like
the
cooking.
JJ runs at the UCF, University of Central Florida. They have a veterans department there, and JJ runs that for the guys who go to school
Yeah.
and everything. So I think they
He's
have.
amazing.
How many do they have there? What did he tell us? I don't know. A couple
I
of
can't
grand?
remember,
I don't
yeah.
know. So, yep.
Yeah, you see, everybody knew. Okay, so that wasn't amazing.
People,
but
why
we have
didn't-
other stuff that might have made you.
No. But why didn't you tell us that stuff? We've been married 3 years. You haven't told us
Neither
that.
of us knew that.
Yeah, Michael Scott, you got to poke it in. I get it. Careful with that. Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, let's ask. Did anybody have these growing up? Do you guys remember these?
Oh, now Chris is leaving. He's going to pick up Subway.
I think you have to be a certain age.
Yeah, what a maroon. Why can't you leave? Take your phone with you. I don't know. But he watches us on the big screen, so.
Yeah.
Linda Putt says tinfoil hats are cool. Yeah, because they keep the aliens from reading your minds. Oh, do you remember these?
Yeah.
These were Tupperware, right?
I know. You know what? And everybody had them.
Everybody
and I don't
had
know,
them.
like, do you remember these? And why did they have to have the little lids?
Well,
I
they
can see
had
that
the-
down here.
Yeah, and I think that's mostly why, because they dry out.
I know.
And
Did you just travel?
down here, it turns into one block of salt. It's
Okay.
ridiculous. They don't keep salt on tables down here
Right.
at all.
Or they
You
keep
got to ask
rice
for
and
it.
the salt. Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
They do the rice.
Although I
and the salt.
wonder if they're going to take all that off the tables anyhow now.
Okay, Will Thomas, single amputee, he was 130th Engineer Brigade, Hawaii, 95th Engineer Company.
Oh, JJ says his grandmother still has some. See,
Oh, really?
I'm telling you, everybody had them.
Yep.
Tupperware. Tupperware had everything.
Pandora. I remember seeing them as a kid, but I don't think we owned them. Yeah,
Right.
right, Pandora. We knew you were older than that. She's probably collected these. Poor John. John, can John see those? Could John see them? John and Pandora, I don't know.
All right. Well, let's see. If you guys are so smart, I'm going to put a question up.
All right,
How
here we
about
go.
this one? Why is there a hole in the tab?
Okay, don't answer if you know it. Don't answer, but here's the 3 options for everybody. 1, to lift the tab. 2, to hold a straw. And 3, uses less aluminum. Which one?
What's the other? How did you say?
Oh, the Brits call it aluminium. So sometimes I goof it up.
Aluminium.
Aluminium. And when you look at it, that makes more sense than the way we say it.
So far, the way I know that it's there has nothing to do with the
All right, there you go. Hold your cigarette. That's what he teaches for. So there you go. Pick your answers, get them in here, and we got Soderlund, and Soderlund is a vapor. The other best says number 2. Gwen says number 2. Lydell, he made it. Welcome, Lydell. That wasn't that hard. So Lydell, we're killing the other page. Everybody, if you haven't liked this page, if you like it, and follow it, that'll help us whenever we do some new videos during the week. You'll get notified that they're up there. So we're killing the other page. Lydell, so you got to switch over.
Everybody's saying 2.
Yep, Randy Phillips says 2. Yep. Okay.
All right. You guys are smart. You know what? I just didn't know these things, I guess.
No, we're sort of slow.
I know. So
Honey, we've had very busy lives. That's right. Very busy lives.
All right. It's to hold the straw. I did not know that.
Are you old? Well, you're 34. Do you remember the pop cans that had 2 holes in them where you poked them down to relieve the pressure and then you poked the other hole and you could drink out of that one? Do you remember those? They were only out for a few years before they came up with this idea that we're showing you on screen.
When I was younger, Capri Sun didn't have.
Capri Sun.
They only had one hole.
Capri Sun, that's right. You're trying to poke that thing.
Sunny Delight had one cap.
Sunny, Alex Conway, all 3, he says. Alex Conway says.
I'm afraid to go on. Maybe you guys are smarter.
Well,
than
Lydell
the
missed it, honey, so you're good. Lydell misses most of our stuff. I don't know why, but he's out walking 10 miles.
Jim's been slacking ever since he always uses the kidney stone thing. Oh, my kidney.
It's my war wound.
I know. It's like you. Really,
Brian says he wants to walk with us.
Well,
and he don't even got legs.
I'm just gonna say.
I'm gonna get my ass out of bed.
Smelly feet.
He does not have smelly feet.
Afghanistan.
Thank you.
Thank you. You swept me right off my feet.
That's right.
Quinn said, "How many people crack a pop soda and use a straw?" Now, see, here's the thing: that's what the whole why you put it through the little tab is because it helps keep the straw in. Because otherwise, the carbonation makes the straw float.
Well, remember,
but she's got a point.
But they used to give us straws with bottles back in the day when we were kids. I don't know. He's quite a bit younger. You had straws in the bottle, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I think that was it. It was just supposed to be more sanitary, so your lips weren't touching the.
Oh yeah, Dad just brought out the ring top came from Dayton, Ohio. There we go.
Oh, there we are.
Most patents.
Her dad, of course, being from Dayton, Ohio, he's pretty sure that God created the universe right there in Dayton, Ohio. And then the second thing he created was what, honey? After he created the city of Dayton, Ohio, he created what?
The Ohio State band.
Yeah, just the band. The band. And then actually what Neil believes is they started marching in Dayton and they went to what is now the campus of Ohio State University. That's because the band was first. It came before the school.
Okay, we're going to move on.
Yeah, the band is actually older than the school. Neil's told me.
All right, so here's the next
They played for Christopher Columbus.
Okay, why are most Chinese takeout containers shaped this way?
Okay, number 1. it unfolds to a plate. Number 2, it is a Chinese form of paper folding. Or number 3, no reason.
No reason at all.
At all. Okay, so what is it? Lydell missed that one. Come on, Lydell, I'm counting
See,
on you.
Linda Paz says, wait till you gallstones. Those are real fun.
Oh, now
I had
JJ
gallstones.
has just triggered your dad. JJ says, go
Oh,
Buckeyes.
that's right. He went to Wright State.
JJ,
Woo!
I'm asking you as a dear friend, do not talk about Ohio State on this program. You'll launch my father into sending you videos, you unbelievable marching band video.
Everybody
Okay,
say
Beth, the other Beth says number 1. JJ says number 1. Linda Putt says number 1. Michael Scott says he remembers the ones that you pulled completely off, and many people snuck them inside, put them inside the can, danger of choking. Okay.
Oh, yeah. We would always take them off and put them in the can. See, I
Yeah.
don't drink pop anymore.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to drink pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the good old
Lydell
days.
says number 2, so we got to hope he's got a right
I
answer.
know, but everybody else has went.
Pandora's number 1. Neil's number 1.
I'm number 1.
Brian's number 1. Lydell's number 1 now. So this could be Lydell's
I
first
know.
one or not. What do you think?
No,
Here we go.
I just didn't know.
We're going
The
to show you
things
how
I
this.
didn't
These are my
know.
hands. I'm taking this apart. There. This dog damn it. This,
I know, I
this
did speed
stupid
it up a
little
little
thing.
bit. It
I
was
can't
too
get
slow.
it. There it is. Okay, got that. Now that's choking for my child, but I don't really care. Okay, then we're going to open this up and we pull it all the way out. We have a plate.
We have a plate. I didn't know that either.
kinda cool.
Obviously, you guys
You knew
knew
that?
all this.
Yeah, I did.
You did.
Did I ever use it as a plate?
No.
You did look
used
at
to
us
follow
like we were
them.
Yeah,
idiots.
nobody's ever used it. Okay, tell us if you've ever used it as a plate. I want to hear that. It might be one of those inventions that nobody ever used.
Well, no, you don't usually, because you don't eat it all. So usually you don't unfold it.
It's the same reason why when you have takeout or Asian cooking, everyone wants to use a chopstick. Why don't they use a chopstick with a burger and french fries?
Yeah.
I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
make sense.
It's a good point.
It
So,
doesn't make any sense.
has anybody used it as a plate? So here's what's coming in. Will Thomas. Oh, Will was getting his answer was 1.5. JJ says that's the Ohio State to you, mister. Did you notice, JJ, this page is called The Jim Peters?
The.
I did that for my father-in-law,
Yes.
just to torque him off.
The.
That's right.
He actually wanted to say Thee.
Pandora didn't know it, honey. So there you go. You could feel
No,
better.
she never used it as a plate. I don't think
Nope.
she's saying she didn't know it. She never.
She says never knew that.
Oh, she never. Thank you, Pandora. You made me feel a little bit better
Lydell
there.
says he's never used it as that. Nope. JJ, he has used it as a plate in college, but JJ's college years were sketchy. Neil Green, nope. Linda, yep. I've not used it as a plate. Okay, Lydell says I did not know that, Ed McMahon. Michael Scott, nope, not ever. Well, there you go. You're learning. See, this is an educational program.
It's
honey.
so educational.
Should I show another one of my cool gadgets,
Okay,
honey?
why don't you show one of your another?
All right, don't forget, we're going for line of the day. So far, we haven't had anybody.
Well, honey, it's some poor material here.
It's poor. It doesn't matter. And Soderland are gone, and they're usually a good
And
source of
vapor.
that. Lydell usually comes up with it. We give an emotional support tooth for the person who gives the most sarcastic line of the program. So we're gonna show you this and see if you know what it is. Okay, we're gonna show you this on the screen and see if you know what this is. This is a very cool gadget.
Yes, you can't live without it.
No, you really can't. Once you've had it, you're gonna be like, why did that take so long? All right, it's got little.
There are
grapes
those
over
kind of
here.
gadgets.
Yeah.
What's the store in Buffalo that has all those little? It's like a little general store in
Oh
a cute
yeah,
little town.
Viddlers. Viddlers 5 and Dime.
It has all those kind of little things
I
where
think
you
it's
go.
Viddlers or Vittlers or
How did
is
I
that?
ever live without that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in East Aurora. All right, so what is that green thing I held up to the screen? Can you figure that out? Do you have any idea?
Okay, Pandora said
I'm
a
gonna
slicer.
say cut limes.
Cut what?
Limes.
Limes. He's going to say it's for cutting limes because of the green color, I think.
JJ
All right.
said I get line of the day for you've got poor material.
Who said that?
JJ says I get it because I said that.
Oh, so JJ, we might give JJ an honorable mention line of the day today. Okay, because he says poor material. All right, so
No, because
I
he's
understand.
making fun of me. Yes.
I understand.
I just want to make
but
sure.
you can't get one of the teeth.
No,
honey.
I know. I just
All
want
right.
to make sure that
Okay.
we're on the same page.
Okay. Linda says it's a slicer. Michael Scott says a pitter and a slicer. JJ says avocado slicer and a pit remover. Gwen says, "Will Wi-Fi keeps going off? What I missed?"
Okay, show her.
Okay. All right. You missed this, Gwen, for beginners. Did you miss the legs, Gwen? How far back do we got to go? Did you miss this? We're revealing our guest for Monday one piece at a time tonight. Okay, we're on one piece at a time. So you might have missed the legs. He also took his shirt off, so now he's sitting topless over
Oh,
here.
Michael Scott said Viddlers is amazing. Isn't that store so fun? We go there almost every time we go to Buffalo.
Yeah, and if you're hanging out with Tommy, he always takes you there.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so it is indeed an avocado
It's
slicer
an
and pitter.
avocado slicer, right?
And pitter.
Yeah, it takes the pits out, and then you can make it into slices.
Yep. So you put the little pit in here. Yeah, that's right.
The minute Jim saw one, he knows I like avocados. He's like, "You gotta have one of those."
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have avocados every day if we can. That's right. Nice shoes. Linda Putz, you didn't notice his AF1s? Air Force Ones, baby, are the rage. I'm telling you. Boy, they're old. I got to figure out when the first Air Force One was. That's a long time ago.
I bet you would.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we're going to do it because we're that kind of program. We can literally stop everything and find something out.
All right. Well, then you know what? I'm afraid you guys don't know all of these now.
When was the first Air Force One tennis shoe released?
I'm going to go ahead. Why do cup lids have these ridges? Is it designed for condensation, to use as coasters, or uses less plastic?
Oh, okay. First Air Force One, Michael, was 1982.
Okay.
Yep, this year.
There you go.
That's it. All right. So when do cup lids, why do they have these ridges? I didn't know this one. Do you know this one?
I don't know.
No, Brian has no idea either. So designed for condensation, used as coasters, uses less plastic. I thought it had something to do with the, remember the ones now that they got the little bubbles on
Yeah,
them? You
like-
poke them
like
down for you know what
Diet
the drink
Coke.
is.
I
Yeah.
like the coaster idea.
Yeah. He's thinking it's a coaster idea. So you got to work on that. All right, let's see.
Oh, I think she meant not videos. Vidler's is 2 minutes from my home. Oh, I love that area. That is so cute.
Oh, Gwen lives over there. Oh, in
Yeah.
East Aurora. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
JJ says number 2. Linda says number 2. Pandora says replying to Linda Putz, me too. There you go. And Beth says number 2.
I guess did I put it back?
Lydell says number 2. Interesting. All right. And Neil Green says number 1. The Neil Green.
The.
We should
The
get him
Neil
up
Green.
his own page too. The Neil Green.
We're gonna get him a shirt. The
My father-in-law, I don't know if you people know this, only wears red.
red. We've
What-
told him
wait.
that before.
Yeah, what's his other color though? It was one other color. It's the other dragon color or something. Right?
Oh, like orange? Green. Oh, it's
I
green.
think it's green.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
green.
Neil Green, hence the name. All right.
All right, you guys know all these. All right, so you're right. It's I think wait, what was the
Oh,
question?
Neil, here's what Neil sent me.
wait, I gotta make sure. Yeah, it's number 2.
Yep.
It's to use as a coaster. I did not know that. Like that's
no,
what they're
no
all
idea.
for. The ridges hold it in. I didn't know that.
No idea.
You guys are very smart. This is a very smart audience.
This is highly intelligent people here. Yep. That's right. All right. My phone died and I'm looking for the broadcast so I can read the notes, but I don't know.
Read the notes for what, baby?
Yeah, because that died.
Oh, read that. Oh, do you want to see mine?
I can see yours, but I'm trying to find it on
Okay.
here.
See,
but
we're
I don't
looking
quite
at
know
the
how to
coaster
do it.
thing.
Yes.
See, things I did not know.
Oh, there we are.
He's back.
I think. Whoa. Okay, here we go. Michael Scott, number 2. All right, so I'm back. Sorry about that little delay there, people, but my tablet ran out of gas.
I did have a question for you guys, though. Like,
Yeah.
how much have your lives returned? Like, what's the percentage of your life that's returned to, like, normal? Because back here, I mean, really, we're doing a lot of what we would normally do.
Brian's just really enjoyed being around and being out. Like we went through Home Depot today. We did some other little
Yeah.
errands that we went. He's just enjoyed being out because he's in Brooklyn, New York, or actually Staten Island.
Right.
He's from Brooklyn, but there's nothing open up there, he says.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
so it's brutal.
Yeah.
He says he's had cops come by even if a neighbor has a party of more than 6 or 7 people and break it up.
Well, the other day we stopped at P.F. Chang's to get something to eat, and the manager there said that they can't have big groups of people. So if you come in with like 10 people, you're going to be separated like 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
So
They have a couple of bigger tables. He says they can use if it's all one family, but past that, there's still some restrictions. But here, nothing, not everything ever shut down here in Orlando. It was pretty open. So, Randy Phillips says 1% of his life is back to normal. Josh says JJ says very little. Pandora says 95%. So that's Alabama. The other Beth says 98%. So there you go. Pandora says, this isn't fair. I don't drink pop. These questions are difficult. See? Pandora's backing you up.
Pandora, I think you've gotten everyone right.
Yeah, she's guessing good.
Yeah.
So it was Gwen that had the tooth, right? That she's
she's hanging on to it.
Giving
Well,
back.
it was very, iffy at the beginning, and she was stressed out a little bit.
That's true. Neil
might
says
even-
his life is 75% normal. I would challenge Neil that I don't think his life has ever been 75% normal. I love my father-in-law, but I don't think so.
He loves him.
Neil and I, we room together when we travel on the road and I go speak. And so Neil and I share a hotel room, saves money. And I love my father-in-law, but I'm telling you, you shut the light out, he's out in 12 seconds.
That's how I am.
Yep.
I'm just like my dad.
But he'll go out in mid-sentence. So, Jim, I was wondering. And that's it. That's it. I'm like, okay, Neil. And then in the morning he wakes up, if you like cauliflower. You know, I mean, he can finish it. He's one of those guys. So the other Beth says, Randy and I live in the same place, so he just isn't trying. As Randy says, his life is only 1% normal. And Beth says hers is 95.
That's awesome.
That's a great line.
It's just
Is that line of the day?
That's, you know what?
Beth,
that could
be line of the day. Beth, Randy isn't trying. I like that.
Awesome.
We're going to put that down, Beth. You maybe could get it today. Randy isn't trying. Oh my gosh, that's funny. All right. Becky Wright just joined us. Okay, Becky, welcome to the crazy. I went from 2 part-time jobs, Michael says, to 1 full-time job in March. So it hasn't changed me. But once things open up, I'm going to need time to get used to a real traffic.
Oh, I'm sure.
Linda says it hasn't yet, not at 25%. That's not enough. There's a waiting list to getting her hair done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I finally got mine done,
wait,
but I had to go to a new
where's
barber.
Linda? Did we just say?
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Linda's Minnesota.
Okay.
So her last name is Putz, and she lives by Nimrod, Minnesota. That's a classy lady right there.
Don't listen, okay? Just don't listen.
That's right. Will Thomas,
I'll
not
mute
much.
him.
I am
Immune compromised.
Oh, immune compromised. Oh,
that's a big word for you there.
I know. I had trouble with it there. I'm not sure.
I saw that coming.
Yeah. Thank you, dear. Appreciate it. Linda Putz says mine is 0. Mine is 0. What does that mean? Linda Putz says it hasn't yet, not at 25%. Oh, her life isn't back to normal. Hers is still 0. I'm thinking somebody's going to tell Linda she's not trying.
Really?
She's in a small town. How bad can it be? Linda, you're not in St. Paul anymore, are you? Where the heck are you?
Yeah, but if you can't, like if your job, you know, like some people are still working from home.
Well, that's true.
You know.
That's true.
That would be really different if you had to work from home. I mean, Jim and I have been together a lot. We work from home.
Your dad might be down for line of the day, honey.
What did he say?
So my father-in-law just said this. I was teasing about falling asleep quick, Brian, and he says, I turn out the lights and fall asleep before it's dark because I'm afraid of the dark. That's pretty true. And he usually has me turn the lights off.
Okay, my dad, you can set a clock to my dad.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Yep. He does everything at the same time every day. Like if you're at the house and it's time for him to go to bed, he's going to bed.
We have a problem, Houston. Susan Wells is lost. She just texted me. Susan Wells is lost.
I'm telling you, it's stressful. We've stressed people out.
Should I call Susan? You all know Susan. She's up in Toronto,
Okay,
Canada.
well, you call her. I'm going to find another question here.
All right, okay. Let me call Susan. I called
You guys know all of these.
Jim, can I have my legs back? It
Oh.
seems like all of them.
Okay, why is there a hole in the handle of a saucepan? To place utensils, to hang pan.
To hang the pan.
I know.
And to help dispense heat.
I know,
Which
I
one?
just realized that is not proper English there. Oh, my word. Okay.
We're trying
I
to
think
get
you
a hold
guys
of-
can figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out.
To hang a pan, to help dispense heat, and
Susan,
to place
where are you?
utensils.
I've been trying.
She can't find the program.
I know. We've stressed
Okay, everybody, this is Susan Wells. If you don't know Susan Wells, she's one of our rabid fans, and she can't find the program. So we're going to help you, Susan.
Facebook does not like my password. It's not. It's trying to. I'm trying to get it to send me a new password to my phone, and it won't. And it's like I'm demon possessed tonight.
Well,
So,
Michael Scott said, Susan P. Wells, we're missing you.
Oh, see? The group is missing you, Susan.
just tonight, and I've been holding up our walk for 20 minutes trying to get on, and it's either you or my married.
I think you better go with the marriage. I'll hold your face up to the camera and you can wave goodbye to everybody. Oh, there's David Wells. There's our boy. This is David, another one of our rabid fans. There you go. All right, so there you go. Oh, he's got the Canadian flag on, people. There it is.
All right. Well, Lydell says, Susan, if I can find it, you can.
Yeah, if Lydell can find it, he's like 80 years old.
Oh, Lord. You guys are too funny.
All right. We love you, Susan. Everybody say goodbye to Susan.
All right. All right.
All right. We'll see you, Susan.
Why is there a hole in the handle of a saucepan?
Oh, yes, right. What are the answers coming in? Because I got to get back to our own program because I was distracted by Susan.
1, 2.
Okay, Michael Scott says 2. Will Thomas says the wife says 3. Lydell says Susan. If I can find it, you can. Utensil holder says Beth. Michael Scott says rabid Susan is unaccounted for. Send for the retrievers. Neil Green and Chris and Linda. Oh, they all just joined. Bye, Susan. Okay. Go to Jim's timeline. Linda's, people are giving her advice even. Number 2, people are saying mostly. All right, here we go.
All right. So actually,
you know that?
it was.
No, I was going to say number 2.
It was actually made to, I mean, everybody thinks it's for hanging pans, but
Right.
actually that's not why that hole was put there. It was for utensils. And then you're supposed to drape it across the pan. I'm sure all these people that are cookers, chefs know this, but I didn't know that.
You know what? We needed to have Chef Charlie on here and try to stump
he
him.
probably would know.
Yeah, but we should have tried to stump him, man.
Yeah.
All right, Lydell says 3. Will Thomas says
know.
number 2 for sure.
I didn't know.
But his wife said number 3.
I
All
just
right.
don't know these things.
Well, there you go, people. You're finding out you're smarter than the host tonight, which is a good thing.
Right.
Right. Here's another one of my gadgets. It's not really a gadget,
It's
but
not really a gadget.
it's cufflinks.
No, you need to show the other thing. That's really bizarre. Sydney and I got it for you for your Christmas, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll go to that in a minute because now I've already started this. You can't tease the audience like that. We don't have that high of an intelligence.
Oh, Chris is back.
Chris is back. Good deal. Chris,
Hi,
you
Chris.
missed a lot of stuff while you were gone. So these are cool cufflinks because they're the world and they just kind of spin.
The whole
world. Can you see that? Those are kind of cool, I think.
It's the little things, you guys.
I bought them for myself,
really is.
but I wrapped them up and said they were from my wife.
From me?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't remember.
There you go.
You know what? It's just like Father's Day, you guys. Like, it's so hard to find gifts. Men are so hard. They always want a toy. They don't want clothes. Just give them a toy. Women are so easy.
Gwen says, who would do that to the...
I know, but the spoons was a drip into the pan, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I thought that was a little much too.
Chris is back.
I'll just try it.
Chris went to get submarine sandwiches. You want to tell us what you got, Chris? Because nobody else has eaten. So we're just happy you've been able to eat.
Yeah.
But he's an hour behind us, so he's only 6 o'clock when he
Right.
starts this thing. So
Right.
Chris has got to get his,
Yeah.
nutrition.
All right. I'm going to keep it going then.
Pandora like my cufflinks. Those are cool cufflinks. Thank you very much. Chris and Linda. Chris needs his AFJ.
All right. Okay.
I don't know
Why
what that
is there
means.
a 57 on the bottle of ketchup?
Kim,
Hey, you're supposed to read.
I know. This is a shock, though. Hold on. Mike Shreve's wife has joined us. Mike Shreve's wife has never been on the program. She has preferred to remain anonymous. And honestly, Mike, I think it's because she could then have plausible deniability when the feds come in.
Is that
I'm
what
thinking
your
that's
word?
it. I'm going at. So Kim literally says, these are phenomenal fidgets. She didn't call them gadgets. She calls them fidgets. So I don't even know. All right. So we got to go back to that question. I'm sorry, people. I got distracted. So
I know.
those are cool cufflinks. Gwen says, let's guess. I say tuna. Number 3 says, okay, so what are they for? Number 1, it was the year it was founded. Number 2 is for marketing. Number 3 is it's where you hit the bottle for ketchup. Okay, Linda Potts says number 3. Beth, the other Beth, says number 3. Yep. And Linda tells me I should play the guitar for them because the guitars are in the background. No, this crowd is not paying
Who
near
said
enough.
that?
Linda.
See?
These people are not paying near enough money for that.
Every now and then he'll play that. He'll play him for
No,
me.
but only on rare occasions.
Rare.
Lydell says number 3, honey. Now, Lydell's
Yeah.
hardly ever right. We love Lydell, but he's hardly ever right. Kim says, well, sort of. He shares the show, one device. Oh, so Kim can only come on every now and then when Mike shares the device. Neil Green says, when buying for a woman, buy the tops too big and the bottoms too small. That makes her feel good and they have a reason to return them and get what they really want.
Is that really how you think my dad sounds?
What do
He
you
does
think
have
it
a little
sounds
bit of
like?
Yeah.
I think that's the best idea ever.
Yeah, that's a good one. JJ says Jim and distractions, laugh out loud. 57 varieties of spices, I think.
That's an answer I should have put down.
Okay, Michael Scott, 2. Linda Putz, pretty please. No. Chris and Linda say number 1. Okay.
Okay, it is where you hit the bottle for ketchup.
Okay, if you've got a bottle of ketchup, we need you to go try this.
Okay, but here's my question. Why don't they tell you that? Like, shouldn't it say that on the bottle?
True. Well, you know what Brian said to me? I must have said it wrong. Either that or Brian's pretty medicated today. I don't know. Brian says, you got to hit it 57 times.
I was in the infantry. All right, I was in the infantry.
Okay.
Lydell, some of your people here, buddy.
My ASVAB score wasn't as high.
So
as
we don't have a glass bottle. We have all the plastic bottles.
No,
So
I
we
know.
can't
So
even
now
try it.
we had the squeeze bottles.
So if you've got a glass bottle, we need you to go try
But
it.
do you remember? Like, it was always a pain.
It took forever. Yeah, and then remember the song?
Right.
The commercial, what was it? Anticipation
Right.
is making me wait.
He never sings, and that's what he sings.
That's
to me.
it. That's all I get for it. Oh, Pandora's got a bottle. So go get it. All right. Kim says number 3. Gwen says number 2. Good point. Randy Phillips, number 2. Come on, I'm pouring. I'm pouting, Linda says. Oh,
I'm
shut up,
pouring.
Linda. Pouring, yeah. That's my bad. Hit it 57 times. Kim's laughing.
It
Brian.
made sense at the time.
It does make sense.
It kind of makes sense at the time.
I'll give him that.
It did. We're like 57 times. Who can count that high when you're hungry for ketchup? Way to go, Brian.
Speaking of which, I
Hey,
guess
my father-in-law's making fun of you, Brian.
Listen, it's all right.
I didn't put this up.
On next Monday, all right?
Yeah.
okay, but the little, you guys probably know this too, but the little cups that you put the ketchup in, you can flatten those out, and those make a little serving dish too.
Oh, yeah, the little crinkled
Yeah,
up
you know those little
paper
cups,
cups. The one.
paper cups that you put the, you
Yeah, so you flatten it out and then
you
what?
flatten it out, and that makes a little dish. It's the same concept as
Plate. You mean not a dish, because it is
well,
a dish.
a plate. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, dish is flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beth
right.
says she's at 100%. The other Beth, she's batting 100%. Plus, she's also up for line of the day.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's it. That's like a home run for Beth.
So I don't get the line of the day hitting it 57 times.
We're going to nominate Brian for line of the day.
I nominate myself for that.
Brian, okay,
I
we're
would definitely hit that thing 57 times in the diner.
That's
Brian
awesome.
57 times. All right, we're going to go 57
Okay,
times.
here's one of my last questions. Why are car headrests removable?
Oh, okay. Number one, for safety reasons. Number two, for those who don't want to use them for medical reasons. Number three, to use it to break a car window if you're trapped in the car.
I like number 3.
Brian's going with number three. I'm going with number two. And Beth's at 100%. Chris and Linda says Chris needs AFJ. So what is that? Do you know?
Chris
Sutherland.
Chris's AFJ is affirmations from Jim. Oh, AFJ affirmations from Jim.
It's like, yeah, I got to build them up. I haven't built them up for a while. Chris, if you're real nice, I'll
That's
send you
awesome.
my gadget glasses. Not emotionally, but I would physically send them to you for watching television in bed. But I know you don't really watch it in bed. Gwen says number three.
Well, they have that big screen.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's pretty large.
JJ says number three. Gwen says three. JJ says three. Beth says three. Lydell says two. Lydell is rarely right. People
I
are
just
just...
said hit the ketchup bottle 57 times. People are trusting me.
Yeah, that's a really good point, people. Chris and Linda say number three. Randy Phillips says number four.
Number 4.
We didn't have a
He
four.
didn't even like any of those.
He didn't like any of that. Neil Green, number three. Kim says three, which kind of makes it 1 and 3.
What was one?
I don't even know. Put it back up.
That's very true.
Is
I
it?
know.
Okay, it is.
Wait a minute,
All
wait a
right, we got to
minute.
put it back up.
I
We got to
can't-
check it
I
out.
got to go down here.
Can you find it?
Here it is.
Here we
Sorry.
go.
Oh. Good
Oh.
point. That was
We have a
funny.
trick question, ladies
I
and
didn't
gentlemen.
even realize it was a trick.
We didn't even know that, did we, honey?
Well, the answer is number 3. You
Yep.
use it to break. You use the pointy ends, and you break a window to get out of the car in case you're trapped.
I think
Didn't know that. I
No.
have to be quite honest with you. If I'm trapped in a car, I'm not going to think of that.
Yeah, probably not. She's panicking. She's in full-blown
I
panic.
will be in full blown panic.
You remember when we talked about superheroes? Do you remember what her superhero character is?
Yeah, it's hey.
Hey Hey from
Moana.
Moana, yeah,
Yeah.
which is just a little chicken that runs around.
Run around like my head's cut
Yeah.
off. Yeah, that would be me.
Now, Kim, I have some concerns about Kim because she's coming in with very smart, not smart alecky, but very smart, intelligent answers. She's
Okay.
clearly too smart for her husband
Okay.
and for this audience. All right. So Chris watches in bed when he is rubbing Linda's back so she can fall asleep. I don't think I want that visual picture right now. Okay, Pandora says, why don't they ever tell us when we buy a car?
It is. There's these things that you go, why isn't this explained? Like somebody, unless your mother tells you or your dad, I guess.
Okay,
you
I
don't know.
wondered when you were explaining. Gwen says, use the what to break the window?
The pointy ends. That's not,
Sharp it.
the sharp ends. Well, they're pointy, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're sharp.
Okay, they're sharp. It's like the.
Pointies are sharp.
Okay, explain it. So what do you
I don't
use?
know. No,
You take
tell
it
Gwen.
out.
I don't know.
Don't use the cushion side. Use the other side,
There you go.
and you
The metal part.
the metal.
There you go. I was on a roll till that.
Oh,
I'm
the
crushed.
pegs that hold the headrest in the seat. Thank you, Kim.
Kim. See what I mean with Kim? I don't know if we want her on the program. Neil says, headrests don't come out the seat very easy.
There you
Oh,
go.
They stop at the one last clip.
They
I
do
know.
stop at the one last
See, I'm
click.
telling you, I would not be.
I was
thinking
going to
that.
say that too. I thought maybe it was just me.
I would
If
not.
he had
be
his
thinking
legs
that.
on, I'd make him go out to the car and see if he could get the headrest off. Because I don't think the ones in the Ford Flex come out.
Yeah.
One-handed jokes, don't you?
Yeah. Gwen says, because you're not supposed to get in accidents, bad sales strategy.
Oh.
See, and that was Gwen replying directly to Pandora. She's trying to avoid us.
I'm telling you, I just think. Well, then you guys probably knew this one too. The pasta thing. Did you guys know the pasta thing?
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
No, the spoon.
You can-
the hole in the spoon you're supposed to measure, and that's for how many people? 2 people?
It's just a serving. It said whatever
one
a
serving?
serving is.
I never knew that.
I didn't know that.
Okay, Michael Scott just says Kim. So the knuckleheads actually refer to her as Kimipedia
Oh.
because she's so stinking smart.
Well, maybe we
No
don't
joke.
want her on here.
Yeah, we don't want her on here. That's right.
Everybody will just answer whatever she answers.
Chris and Linda says they're blunt. So he must have just gone out and taken his out and found out the headrest pokey
are
things
blunt?
are blunt.
I would think they'd be blunt, but I guess you could still, you could hit a window.
Gwen
right?
just said, Sonny, too much for my... I can't see the character.
Her brain.
Oh, her brain. Sorry, I knew that.
It's not a heart.
JJ says it's a single serving. You know how JJ knows that?
He cooks.
He lives alone.
Oh.
He's cooking for himself a
Yeah,
lot.
but he probably just knows it.
He just
cooks.
knows it. Linda Putt says, yep. Kim says, yeah, it's not enough for us. Oh, okay. Kim, yeah, you got to have 2 or 3. Gwen says, now that's an accident. Gwen's on a roll tonight with sarcasm.
I know. I think it's because she had to go running around. She's got that adrenaline flowing because
Yeah,
she couldn't find us.
Yeah, she did. And then, of course, she figured out Randy was lying. Randy's life is only 1% back to normal. Gwen says because he's not trying.
Randy's
No, that
gonna-
was Beth that said that.
Randy's
not
going
Gwen.
to come back down and see us.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was Randy. Or her.
Blah,
Sorry.
blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Linda says 2 people for the spaghetti thing. 2 people, Linda says. And she's an Italian.
Yeah.
So that would mean, because Italians eat a lot of pasta.
Oh, I see what you're
So if
saying.
she says
Say
this,
it without saying it.
I'm trying to say.
They eat more.
I don't know.
Just
I don't
a little
really
bit
know.
more.
Shut up, Brian.
Hey, if you got something to say, then say it.
Just say it.
He's an Armenian. He can't pick on the Italians.
Hey, if you got something to say, then say it.
So there you go.
What show?
Let's show. Gwen says, paha. She's laughing at you.
Okay.
Both single, but hard to cook for one. Always have leftovers. Yeah, I get it, JJ. We don't cook much around here.
I know.
Brian
Obviously.
says, Brian said, what are we having for supper? And I said, whatever you're cooking.
Aren't I the hostess with the mostest? I'm like, I'm working today.
Yeah, she was working.
I'm working for Jesus.
Today's the bad day.
You'll
Yeah.
never have the best hot dog cooked by a one-handed.
See?
All
Did
right.
you hear that?
This is my dad. This is an invention my dad would love.
Oh, yeah.
The cookie dunker.
He's got this thing about, I told
Yeah.
you his favorite ice cream when he comes here, Brian. It actually makes me physically ill when I open the jug or the container of it. It's a combination of Oreo cookies and chocolate chip
I'm like,
cookies.
My
It's
dad
in
eats
the ice cream. It's
cookies,
nasty.
milk and cookies every night.
Every night. Eats a row of
Every
them.
night.
No, I don't think he eats a row.
Oh, I don't know.
Nah,
I don't
a
know.
row is like 20.
I
isn't
don't
it?
make him account for his cookies or anything.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Linda says she's been eating less. Well, good for you, Linda.
Quitter.
So when
Quitter.
does Chris,
Quitter. Brian just called you a quitter, Linda.
John needs a cookie dunker, see?
Oh, Pandora. John's a cookie dunker. Okay. What's
know.
John's favorite cookie? Is it Oreos? I don't know. Got to tell us, Pandora.
Are they
What's his favorite
homemade?
cookie?
We don't make no stinking homemade cookies right
No,
here.
we don't. In my show,
don't need
either
those.
we went off the air or my phone just decided, yeah, we've had enough of that
Well,
program. That program
It's saying
sucked.
we're still there.
All right. Well, it's probably me. Don't worry about it. I'll be back in a minute.
He's back.
All right.
All right.
We're getting near the end here, dear.
I know.
Okay.
Well, you still have to show
Oh,
your
Pandora
last
says
one.
Oreos. Okay, yeah. So I have to show my last one. All right. Here's my next favorite gadget. Here it is. Chris and Linda.
This thing reminds me of Wall-E. Do you guys remember that? It was a cartoon movie. I think Disney
I
did
think
it.
it was Disney, yeah.
Yeah. This reminds me of Wall-E, but we're all just laying around.
Yep. And
With
you
our
put your
big
phone
phone.
in here and you adjust this to however you want so you can watch the phone. And Brian's immediate response to this was, why?
Total laziness.
Total laziness.
Total
That's what
laziness.
he said. Yep. So there it is.
And you can
That's the
fold it
gadget.
however you want to.
Yeah, it's just a bendy pipe.
It's a
All right.
bendy pipe. I don't
Bendy
even,
pipe.
does it even have a name? A bendy
I
pipe.
don't know. Bendy
That
pipe.
holds your phone.
Bendy pipe. Beth says, the other Beth says she hates that thing. She can't make it work.
Oh, which one?
It
Which
must have
one?
been my gadget, right? Because what else could Beth be talking about?
Probably.
Right. Linda just challenged you. Linda up in Minnesota says, Brian, do you want to duke it out?
For what? What did I do?
You were making fun of her as a quitter with this pasta. Yeah, see, she's
I
calling you
never
out.
quit anything.
Pandora, no tooth. The end, Gwen. Yeah. Chris has one of those. Oh, Chris does have one of those.
Oh, he has one of those?
Yeah, the gadget thing to go around.
Doesn't
your
it
neck.
remind you? Do you guys remember the movie Wall-E? You know, where
Yeah.
they would be laying on these beds
It
and
was
they'd have
a
like
terrible
they'd have a
movie.
big gulp right next to them.
Yeah.
Or at least it reminded me of a big gulp. And then they had the TV screens like right in front of them.
I never understood that movie. Why?
It was a disturbing
It was
movie.
really disturbing. Nobody walked. Everybody got ridden around.
And they
Wally
were
was-
really big.
Wally was doing all the work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell her on my way to Sturgis, I always stop at St. Paul, Minnesota on the way down. We flew out in the beginning of August, first week of August.
Okay,
But
there
he's
you
on
go.
his way
First
to
week of
Sturgis.
August. He's going to Sturgis. He takes his Harley, his trike, and goes all the way from Staten Island all the way to.
Pandora said we're stingy with our tooth.
Oh, okay. And then Beth says that neck thing is in her trash can. It's kind of frustrating. I would agree. Gwen says kidding. Okay.
Over the shoulder.
Chris does have one of those. Okay.
Do you guys use it? Like, I mean, I actually could see where it could be a little handy. I mean, there's times when you're trying to have Sydney calls me FaceTime all the time. I don't even understand that. Like, we can't just talk on the phone. Like, she wants to see me while we're talking.
Chris,
I don't even get that.
Chris calls it, because we were looking for the name of it, over-the-shoulder phone holder.
It's crazy. As a
I like
one-handed, being one-handed, I'm laying down.
Yeah, and people
My
on
phone
Facebook-
likes to play karate on me.
Right.
Flips right out of my
See?
hand, kicks me in the
Brian's
jaw.
saying.
Yeah,
It
I
would
get
come in
it.
handy.
Yeah, bloody noses.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. It's really something. Yeah. All right. What else you got, love?
All right. I think we're wrapping it up.
We're wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Well, we're hoping everybody's been having a good day and with the new adjustments and stuff. It's been fun to have Brian here. He showed up on Wednesday. Went to pick him up and took him out to dinner at a fun restaurant. Went to Rocco's Tacos. We got to get sponsored by them, I'm telling you.
Right.
So lots of new changes. Thanks for liking the new page. We got to ask you to share it, if you would. So share the broadcast tonight.
Yeah, you guys have been great about that, though.
For those of you that joined late, we have had 3,400. We'll hit 3,500, I think, by the end of the program. The thing is just growing. The Toys episode hit 3,400 views, and we're really, really grateful for you guys helping to push this. So part of the move is so we can stay better in control of who's showing it and get more advertising to you people so you know when we're coming on.
Yeah.
Because we want to do more product and stuff like that. So it's a good move. So we want you to share it again tonight and share it from this page, obviously, and do that if you would. So we'd be super grateful for that. And keep our buddy Brian in prayer as he's here this week. And,
Pandora said, nice to meet your legs, Brian.
yeah, that's right.
I'll meet you on Monday.
Yeah, that's
He'll
right.
be on
Monday,
on
he'll
Monday.
have more parts available.
Pandora said, Lydell said, God bless you,
You might
Brian.
be, if you're
We will.
lucky, I might send you a titty.
And Chris and Linda said, pray for Linda and her two brothers.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yes. Okay, Linda and her two brothers. And who about the line of the day? Brian, well, you all get to weigh in on this. So the line of the day is JJ for pointing out to Sunny, reinforcing her line where she had poor material. Okay, so he thought that was good. So we would nominate JJ for that. That's number one. Beth is number two for calling Randy out. Say Randy isn't trying. He's only 1% back to his normal self. And then Brian said 57. He would have hit the bottle 57 times. So we nominated him for that. So you got number one is JJ, poor material. Number two is Beth. And number three is Brian for 57 times. So who gets the line of the day and the emotional support tooth that they can possess until when, honey?
Until Monday.
Monday. Now, there's a slight transitional problem because of one of the people who didn't want to surrender it. So what did you decide?
Oh, about Pandora. Well, they were kind of making
It
fun
wasn't
of us.
Pandora. It was Gwen, wasn't it?
Or Gwen.
Gwen didn't want to get
Gwen
it
said, magically more tooth appear. Conspiracy, I think.
Yeah, I think it is. I think something happened there. So Gwen,
No, they're saying that we have more teeth.
Well, no, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about that. So we're going to
He
give.
can't handle the tooth.
All right, so here it is. What are people? Lydell comes in with number three, which would be Brian. So we need you to weigh in, people, on who's winning the line of the day. Number one is JJ. Number two is Beth, and number three is Brian. So who of those three people do you want to get the emotional support tooth?
The emotional support.
Emotional support tooth. Thank you for helping us look
Really
like
is
idiots
okay.
with the Reynolds wrap.
I know, you guys are smart.
Yeah. Okay, Neil Green
I'm telling you.
says.
All this stuff should be, people should explain this.
The other Beth says number two, which happens to be her number. She voted for herself, in other words.
I think that's allowed.
Yeah, Neil Green said number three, which is Brian. Pandora says three. Kimberly Shreve says, I think we need a write-in for Brian shaving his legs for this. Oh,
I
nice.
cut my ankles on the races all the time.
Look at that. That's good. That's good stuff.
That's
So
good
I decided to
material.
get wax.
That is good material. Kim, you get to come back to the program at least one more time. And Kim, we're going to allow you to emotionally possess a tooth indefinitely.
Well, you have to, he's giving you the bad tooth.
I've given you the dirty tooth. There is a clean tooth. You can see the difference there. That's the difference between Crest and something else. I don't know. So there you go. So Kim gets that for line of the day.
Southern and northern thing.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Like
Exactly.
Clean tooth.
Gwen now voted for you. She's going with number three. And Linda Putt says, what does Brian look like? No, you don't get to see him till Monday. He looks like this, but taller. People, dear
The
Jesus.
question is what do you look like?
Yeah,
You know,
Linda.
I
All
wonder,
right.
like, You sort of look like, what is that guy? He was bald and he was he always had the lollipops.
Oh, Telly Savalas.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Kojak.
Kojak.
Yeah, that's Telly
Yeah,
Savalas.
he
But
would know
Kojak, he
Kojak,
would
yeah.
know Kojak. All right, so it looks like we're going with Chris Soderlund voted for 1, 2, and 3. You know why? Because he isn't nominated. So he always tries to screw up the election when he's not nominated.
Well, you know, he is. It is Soderlund and Soderlund.
It is Soderlund. All right, Kimberly says Gwen said it, not me. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, Gwen said it. Okay, Gwen says she will now surrender the tooth to the respectful winner.
All right.
That's very kind.
All right, so who won?
Brian won the tooth.
Oh, he won the tooth?
Brian
Score!
won the tooth.
I wish I was raising 2 fists in the air, but I only got one.
He's only got one fist.
He's doing the
Oh
big
no!
break.
Don't tell him. We can't tell him. It's still
I
a
got
secret.
1.5.
What he looks like.
What he looks like.
That's
Oh.
part of describing him,
Oh.
right?
Aw.
That's true. All right, so we're not going to tell you anymore. Again,
Oh.
please share.
He's like Charlie on Charlie's Angels, just a voice.
Oh, there you go, Brian.
The mystery of it all.
He would love to
Does
just.
my voice sound that hot?
I don't know. Does Brian sound hot? You got to figure that out. I don't know.
I'm not on social media. I'm just going to give my phone number.
Okay, we're going to pray for Linda's mom tonight, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, and her brothers.
Oh yeah, and the brothers,
Yeah,
of course.
because it sounds like she's going to pass away, so it's going to be really hard on the
Yeah,
family.
we'll just
We
pray for
get
the family.
that.
Yep. We will pray for the family. All right, gang.
Monday.
Yep.
Yeah.
He'll see you Monday. All right. So let's pray.
We're going to say prayer.
Yep. Jesus, you're awesome. We thank you, Lord, for being with us, and thank you for the fun time that we can have. We thank you that you're in control of our nation and not the people who look like they are, God, because it only is going to get fixed with you. So we ask for prayer right now, especially for Linda Soderlund and her family, especially her mom and those that are around her. It looks like she's probably going to join you sometime this week, Lord. But we ask that you would give the family strength and understanding. May this be a time where the family really bonds together, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. All right.
Okay, guys, thanks
Love
so
you
much
guys.
for joining us.
All
It
right.
was great having you here. Really appreciate it. And again, we're Monday at 7, but on this channel.
Yeah. Right.
Monday at 7, this channel.
Right.
And then Thursday again. But
Right,
you'll
okay.
get to meet the rest of Brian.
Yep. The rest of it.
This is our exit.
We just got to a little ditty together.
There you go.
All right.
That's from Scott Free Productions, ladies and gentlemen. That's it.